We are living inside a silent construction failure. Structures designed to last centuries are collapsing in decades, cracking, leaking, falling apart long before their time. And yet, more than 2,000 years ago, a wall was built that still stands. Not because it was massive, not because it was thick, but because it was bound differently. When researchers examined sections of the Great Wall of China, they expected to find lime, ash, and stone. What they found instead was unsettling: organic matter. At first it was dismissed as contamination. Later it became impossible to deny. This wall was not held together by minerals alone. It was held together by something alive: sticky rice. Deliberately cooked, deliberately added, deliberately ignored by history. For decades the assumption was comforting. They used what they had. But that explanation collapses under scrutiny, because this binder behaves unlike ordinary mortar. It resists water, it absorbs stress, and when damaged, it holds together instead of falling apart. This was not luck, it was not tradition, it was chemistry. Applied without names, without equations, but with results we still cannot replicate reliably today. Rice starch is not just food, it is a natural polymer. When heated, its molecular chains expand, entangle, and interact with mineral particles. Not by making them harder, but by making them cooperate. Instead of brittle failure, the structure deforms slowly. Instead of cracking cleanly, it holds. This was not about strength, it was about survival. And here's the uncomfortable part. This approach was never continued. Somewhere along the way, we abandoned binders that adapt and replaced them with binders that resist. Until they break. The knowledge was not lost, it was ignored. So the real question is not how did they do it? The real question is, why did no one finish the work? Because this formula was never turned into a system, never industrialized, never pushed to its limits. Which means something important. There is still space here, still unanswered questions, still room for someone to continue. And that someone does not need a laboratory. Your laboratory is your kitchen, your garden, your hands. Because this principle can be tested safely with materials anyone can access. Not to rebuild the Great Wall, but to challenge what we believe about durability. Here is the starting point, not a solution, a door. LSF-06. Organic binder trial. Starting point. Base elements. Hydrated lime or finely crushed chalk. Cooked sticky rice. Well gelatinized. Water. Concept. Prepare 2 small binder samples, 1 mineral only. 1 with a small amount of rice starch added. Let them cure side by side. Then expose both to stress. Water, salt, heat cycles, or repeated wetting and drying. Observe, not which one is harder, but which one stays together longer. If the rice-based binder survives where the modern one fails, you will be holding more than an experiment. You will be holding unfinished knowledge. What you do with it is no longer history's decision. What you have seen here was only one example. In the next block, I will show you how dangerous intelligence truly is. I am lost solve. Remember this. Power is temporary. Intelligence is permanent, and never forget. Lost solve does not merely reveal the mystery, it assigns you the task of solving it. When the first data arrives from the community, every observation you contribute will become part of the chain. Until the next lost technology, and keep this in mind. The knowledge of the past is the only solution to the future.